Welcome back, everyone. I am Psycho Emerald. Today I am back with another Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch action figure unboxing and review. Today I have the Artillery Stormtrooper from Season 2 of The Mandalorian. This is a figure I have wanted ever since it came out, which isn't saying much because it just came out pretty recently, but I've seen some great reviews for it to say it's great, and I've seen it, and it looks awesome. Even though these guys were in the show for like a total of like 4 seconds, they're just an awesome looking trooper design. I absolutely love this. And so yeah, I'm happy I was able to get one. This was gifted to me by my parents. I did not spend my own money on this. I'm very happy to have this figure. I'm excited to open it up. But first, let's check out the box. So you got that window in the front. You also got a window on top that lets light in for inbox collectors. Artillery Stormtrooper, Star Wars The Mandalorian, Hasbro logo, warnings, Star Wars Black Series logo. Over here we got some cool artwork of the Artillery Trooper as he's loading his mortar with a shell. That's very, very cool. Artillery Stormtrooper. Over here, this banner kind of goes over here. Star Wars The Black Series, Disney and Hasbro, the two companies we love and hate at the same time. Number 13 in the Star Wars The Mandalorian line. Wow, that's a lot of figures in the Black Series Mandalorian line. I didn't realize there were that many. But we got that same cool artwork of the Artillery Stormtrooper right there. The banner comes all the way across from over here. And then we got the Star Wars The Black Series logo, Artillery Stormtrooper. Specialized soldiers in the Imperial Forces, Artillery Stormtroopers carry specialized indirect fire weapons like mortars onto the battlefield. Legal stuff on the bottom. Don't think there's anything more with the box to talk about, so let's get this figure out of the package. Alright, so we got the trusty unboxing knife, so you just got those pieces of tape, and then 2 more it looks like. Then we should be able to pop this thing open and get this figure out. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I do have the 2020 Stormtrooper. I did a review of that recently. It'll be linked right up there. And I'll bring that trooper in for a comparison later. The Mandalorian Stormtrooper released last year. That's pretty much the exact same figure as this, just this one has a lot of modifications. So yeah, let's start with the E11 blaster. And then the mortar launcher, whatever it's called. And then the shell, and then the figure itself. Oh, his backpack fell off, but there's the trooper himself, and then there's the backpack. So I'll get all the packaging out of the way, and we will take a look at the figure. Alright, so here's the trooper with all the accessories. Let's check out the figure first. So it is exactly the same as the Stormtrooper from The Mandalorian, released in 2020. But it does have this yellow paint as well as this pauldron right here, which does add an extra element to it. It's very, very cool, but it's all the same sculpt. It's going to have the same articulation and everything. But I do love the yellow paint. It's very cool. And I'm looking forward to hopefully getting the Incinerator Trooper sometime soon to go with this guy because, yeah, very, very cool. I like the way they do the markings on these guys. Yeah, but same sculpt as the 2020 Stormtrooper. Pretty much a perfect Stormtrooper sculpt. The helmet looks a little bit better than the 2020 Stormtrooper. We'll bring him in for comparison later. But yeah, I really, really am liking this. So let's check out the accessories. Very cool, very simple. Same one that came with the ordinary Stormtrooper that I reviewed recently. So yeah, pretty solid blaster there. And then we've got this mortar launcher, which is very, very cool. We saw them use in the Mandalorian TV show. It's very cool. It's got a ball joint down here, so it is articulated, so you can do different things with it, I guess. But yeah, it's sculpted pretty well. No paint, but yeah, it looks pretty good. And then we've got the backpack, which I put the mortar shell in there, but all of them can be removed, which is really, really cool. But I think I'm going to keep all of them in there right now. And let's see how this attaches to his back. All right, that fits very nicely. I really like that. I had heard it didn't fit very well, but it's working for me. So it actually utilizes this thing on the back of the troopers, which maybe in universe in Star Wars, it's actually meant for attaching backpacks. That would make a lot of sense. I always wondered what it was for. But you can attach the backpack back there, and it fits very nicely. It might come off easily. No, it sticks on there really nicely. So yeah, I'm not having any problems with the backpack. I heard the backpack might be a problem, but it is not a problem for me so far. I'm loving this figure. So I guess let's move on to the articulation. All right, so for the articulation, there's a ball joint at the head, so you can make him tilt side to side and look up and down and swivel, but it is a little bit restricted by the pauldron. And just worth mentioning, I am running into problems with the backpack now, now that I start messing with the articulation. It stays on there pretty nicely, but once you bump it, it does fall off, so I see what the complaints are with that now. But yeah, shoulder lifts up, and there's a swivel at the shoulder as well. Single jointed elbow, a hinge at the wrist, as well as a swivel at the wrist. And then there is a ball joint at the middle of the torso. Leg can lift up at the waist. Can go back as well. Upper thigh swivel. Single jointed knee that can also swivel, and then a rocker and pivot at the ankle. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this figure, but I am running into the backpack issue. At first I was like, what? This fits on perfectly, it doesn't fall off. But it's once you start fiddling with the figure, it's going to bump the backpack off, which is a little annoying, but not too big of a deal. So let me get him in a cool pose, and I'll give you guys a closer look at the Artillery Stormtrooper. Okay, before I wrap up this review, let's do a side-by-side comparison with the normal Stormtrooper from The Mandalorian. Alright, so there he is. They're pretty much the same figure. Like, if we pick them up and look at them, they're pretty much the exact same figure. Sorry, the E11's kind of in the way of this Stormtrooper's helmet, but I do think the sculpt on this helmet looks a little bit better. But they are very, very, very similar. They're pretty much the same. Alright, so my finishing thoughts. I recommend picking this figure up. It's not like a must-have if you already have one of the other Stormtroopers, but it's definitely a cool one to have if you like having lots of different types of troopers. Like I do, I definitely like the trooper figures. So this is one is going to go great with the ordinary Stormtrooper that I got recently, and it's going to look awesome on my display. So I'm pretty happy with this figure. It's got some cool accessories, and the paint looks great on it. It's an awesome figure all around, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please leave a like. If you like Star Wars The Black Series action figure reviews, that is a lot of what I do on my channel. I mostly do Star Wars The Black Series and Marvel Legends. Really, just whatever I'm adding to my collection, I will do a review on. So if you're interested in toy collecting and toy reviews and that type of thing, that's what my channel's about. So please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys found this review helpful. Hope you found it enjoyable. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.